Hi everyone. So this is very exciting. I am here with Jack Preveniers, who is a very well-known youth philatelist and also founder of a chat room on Discord all about stamps. And he's just going to share with us a little bit about what Discord is, why he started, how he got into stamp collecting, all those things. I am sure many people who are watching this have met him before. But welcome, Jack. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'd love to just find out more. So how did you get into stamp collecting?
My introduction to the hobby is much more boring than I guess other people's. I just kind of bought some randomly one day and it spiraled out of control. So I started with Sweden and I've stuck with Sweden throughout. I now exhibit that internationally and try and improve my exhibit and collection continuously.
And when did you set up Discord? What is Discord for starters?
So Discord is a chat platform. It was predominantly set up for gaming and gaming communication, but during the pandemic, people started to utilize it for different hobbies or interests. So people did it for, let's say, knitting or art, for example. And I set it up, this chat room up during the pandemic for philately and collecting.
Amazing. So can you just talk to us a little bit about what we're looking at on the screen?
Yeah, so this is what you see when you join the server. It's the rules section. And on the sidebar here on the left is the list of channels, which you can see when you join. And on the right is all the list of all the members. So when you join, you are presented with the arrivals channel. And generally, we just ask people to say roughly what sort of age category they're in, whether they're a non-collector, a beginner, whether they're part of a club, maybe a dealer or an exhibitor, and then what they collect. So people will join in the introduction channel. So like this chap here, it says, "Hi, I'm from Israel. I like to collect Israeli stamps and Hungarian stamps." And what we do is we can assign users roles based on that. So we've been in the Europe and a Middle East collector, and then that lets people know who are chatting what the people they're chatting to collect. And it works quite well as a good icebreaker. It's quite daunting, I guess, if you join a new community and you don't know anyone there. It's a good way to just introduce yourself quickly, and people can see straight away whether they have similar interests or whether they can help you out with your collection. So if you join and you see we have different sections here. So this is the discussions channel, and we have a general chat where people talk just about stamps, recent acquisitions, perhaps, and all things philately. We have separate rooms if you want to just show off your collection, different things that you've bought, channels for postal history, literature, because that's quite a hot topic here. Link shares where people can share their videos and media and Instagram pages. We have swaps channels, sales channels. It's quite a comprehensive list on what you can talk about, and it's been categorized quite well, so people can find exactly what to talk about and where. We have quite a lot of help channels as well. So if people have questions about philately, so this chap here, he's asked for help about soaking stamps, people can come along and they can answer his the questions. We have similar channels for postal history help, exhibitions. There's a channel here, what's this stamp? You might have a stamp, you don't know what it is, you can't identify it, you can post a picture and someone can come along and say, well, this is XYZ sort of thing. And then there's also channels for authentication. Is this legit, basically? Then we also have country specific channels at the bottom here, so that's split up into regions. A lot of chat is always occurring in the American and GB channels, but there's also a lot of people talking in Canada and Asia, for example. So that is a very brief, quick overview of
super cool. So basically, can you set up if I wanted to start another topic of conversation, can I set up a channel, or do I just do that within messages?
So you can, let's say you want to talk about a specific thing in, let's say, Canadian stamps. You can either just post directly to the Canadian stamp channel, or you can create a thread, a dedicated thread. So let's say this person here has got covers about Royal Train envelopes sent to Canal Zone. So you want to carry on that topic, there's a create thread button here, and that creates a separate thread, and you can carry on the conversation separately without cluttering up the main channel. Or if you just want to carry it on so it's everyone can see it straight away, you can just hit reply, and you can send your message about the covers there. It's
amazing.
It's
Amazing.
easy,
Really cool. Yeah. And so why do you think, what would be your favorite thing about the channel? Why would you sort of encourage people to join?
It's a much more accessible way of getting into the hobby and accessing information and talking to collectors. Is generally the if you join a club, it's always quite daunting to go, and typically the demographic is much older than myself, for example. So if you join this channel, you will know for sure that there's people from 13 upwards. It's a much more youthful place where collectors can talk about their interests.
Amazing. It's really super cool, and so interesting. So I mean, thank you so much. That's brilliant. Is there anything else about the channel that we should know? So how do people go about how do people go about finding Discord and finding the channel?
So if you just search Philatelic Discord on Google, or Stamp Collecting Discord, this should come up as the first one. Then I think you also have a link that I've given you that you can put into the description / notes, and people can access it there.
I definitely will.
You do need an account to join. So if you haven't got one, when you click the link, it will ask you, it will prompt you to make an account. So you can just do that on the same link as the one there. And just generally, it's quite an intuitive platform to navigate through. So there are quite a lot of older collectors. I think the oldest, we definitely have people into the late 70s and in here. So it does cater to all ages, for sure.
Cool. Really, really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. It's brilliant. Lovely to chat.
No worries. Anytime.